Let me tell you something, when people take you for granted, when they walk away thinking they can replace you like you were just another option, they don't realize what they had until it's gone. And by the time they do, it's too late. See, some people only recognize your value when your presence turns into your absence. They didn't appreciate your kindness, your loyalty, your effort, your love. They thought you'd always be there, waiting, available, ready to give, ready to serve, ready to sacrifice. But what happens when you finally wake up and realize your worth? What happens when you stop waiting for them to see what they had? You've been through the trials, you've been tested, and you've been underestimated. But here's the truth: they will regret losing you. They didn't see the fire that burned inside you. They didn't recognize the strength you were holding back, the potential you were sitting on, waiting for the right moment to explode. Well, now that moment is coming, and when it does, they'll look back and realize you were the one who was worth fighting for. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're not enough. Don't let their doubts cloud your vision or dim your light. You are the storm that people can't control, the force that they'll wish they had fought harder to keep. You might have been overlooked, walked away from, or dismissed, but trust me, those who let you go let you regret it when they see you rise. You don't need to chase anyone to prove your worth. Your value speaks for itself. Keep moving forward. Keep showing up even when they thought you couldn't. Because one day when they see where you've gone and what you've become, they will realize that losing you was the biggest mistake of their lives. So go ahead and make them regret it. Go ahead and live in a way that makes them wish they'd never let you slip away. Because your journey is just beginning. Keep pushing, keep fighting. And when they look back, you'll be untouchable. Let them watch as you turn your dreams into reality. Recognize your worth. Recognizing your worth is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of relying on the validation of others or measuring your value by external factors like money, status, or the opinions of people around you. But real worth comes from within. It's rooted in your abilities, your character, and the way you show up in the world, even when no one is watching. When you recognize your own value, you stop looking for others to define you. You start making decisions based on what you know is best for you, not based on what others expect from you. It all starts with self-awareness. You have to look in the mirror and acknowledge the person staring back at you. Recognize that you are more than the mistakes you've made, more than the doubts you've held, more than the failures you've faced. Those things don't define you unless you allow them to. They are simply stepping stones on your journey to something greater. Your worth isn't contingent upon getting everything right or meeting other people's standards. It's about knowing that you're doing your best and that your best is enough. When you recognize your worth, you stop settling for situations or relationships that drain you. You begin to understand that you deserve respect, kindness, and loyalty. Too often we stay in situations because we don't think we can do better, or we fear the unknown. But when you know your worth, you realize that you don't need to settle for anything less than what you deserve. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a friendship, you begin to expect more for yourself because you know deep down that you are capable of attracting and creating the life you desire. This recognition doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you have all the answers or that you won't encounter failure along the way. It simply means you have an unwavering belief in your ability to grow, evolve, and improve. You trust that regardless of what happens, you can handle it. You know that every setback is just an opportunity to rise stronger, more resilient, and more focused than before. Recognizing your worth also means setting boundaries. It's about understanding that you have the right to say no when something doesn't align with your values or goals. It's about not allowing others to take advantage of your time, energy, or resources. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself, for putting yourself first. When you truly value yourself, you no longer tolerate anything that feels less than deserving of your attention or care. It's important to remember that recognizing your worth is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. Life has a way of challenging you, of throwing obstacles in your path that can sometimes make you question yourself. During these times, you must remind yourself of your value. You must reaffirm to yourself that you are capable of overcoming the hurdles, that you are worthy of success, love, and happiness. Your worth is constant, even when things aren't going the way you expected them to. When you truly understand your worth, it shifts the way you interact with the world. You don't seek approval. You lead with confidence. You don't chase after opportunities because you know the right ones will find you. You stop comparing yourself to others, realizing that your journey is unique and that your path will unfold in its own time. This self-assurance allows you to create deeper, more meaningful connections because you're no longer afraid of being vulnerable or showing your true self. Recognizing your worth is the key to unlocking your potential. When you see yourself for who you truly are, someone with infinite possibilities, someone with an abundance of gifts and talents, you stop limiting yourself. You start setting bigger goals, reaching higher, and challenging yourself to grow in ways you never imagined. The world begins to respond differently to you because your energy has shifted. You attract what you believe you deserve. In the end, recognizing your worth is not about arrogance or pride. It's about living authentically, owning your power, and walking confidently in the knowledge that you are enough. And once you truly recognize your worth, you'll see that no one can take it away from you. No matter what happens, your value is unwavering. Embrace the struggle. Embracing the struggle is one of those essential elements of growth. It's easy to look at challenges and hardships as obstacles or signs that you're on the wrong path. But in reality, struggle is often the very thing that shapes you into the person you are meant to become. Life is not a smooth, straight line. It's a series of ups and downs, moments of joy and times of difficulty. The key is not to avoid struggle, but to accept and learn from it. When you face struggle, it's easy to feel defeated, like the world is working against you. We often view hardship as something that slows us down or stops us from reaching our goals. But if you look closely, struggle is not there to break you. It's there to mold you, refine you, and help you uncover strengths you never knew you had. Every time you push through adversity, you build resilience. Each challenge you face teaches you something new, whether it's about your own abilities, the way you handle stress, or the perseverance it takes to keep moving forward. The pain, the setbacks, the doubts, they all serve a purpose. They force you to adapt. They force you to stretch beyond your comfort zone and develop new ways of thinking. In moments of struggle, you're not just fighting against the problem, you're fighting against your own limitations. Every time you push past those limits, you grow stronger and more capable of facing whatever comes next. Embracing the struggle means acknowledging that growth isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. If success were easy, everyone would be achieving their dreams without a second thought. But it's the struggle that separates those who rise from those who give up. Struggle teaches patience. It teaches humility. It teaches you that the most rewarding things in life are not the ones you get instantly, but the ones you've worked hard for. When you embrace the process, you begin to see the value in the struggle itself, because you know it's preparing you for something greater. There will be days when the weight of the world feels heavy, when you question whether the effort is worth it. But those are the days when you need to keep moving forward. When you face obstacles, your ability to keep pushing, even when it feels impossible, is what sets you apart. It's easy to quit. It's easy to walk away and take the path of least resistance. But it's the people who embrace struggle who rise above, who discover their true potential and build a life of meaning. The beauty of embracing the struggle is that it leads to transformation. You come out on the other side not only with the skills you needed to succeed, but with a deeper understanding of who you are. You begin to recognize that struggles are not permanent. They are merely temporary moments that will pass. And with each one, you become better equipped to handle the next. It's in these difficult moments that your true character is revealed. When things are easy, anyone can stay the course. But when things get tough, your ability to handle adversity defines you. The struggle also teaches you gratitude. When you fought hard for something, you appreciate it in ways that others may not. The rewards of life, whether they're personal achievements or professional successes, take on a deeper meaning when you know what it took to get there. You don't take anything for granted. Every victory, no matter how small, feels like a triumph, because you know how hard you worked for it. To embrace the struggle is to accept that success is not a destination, but a journey. One filled with highs and lows. And every step along that journey is important, because it all adds to the person you're becoming. The struggle might feel uncomfortable, but it's within that discomfort that you find the seeds of growth. When you embrace the struggle, you stop seeing it as something to avoid and start seeing it as something to learn from. something that will ultimately lead you to the success you're seeking. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, don't run from it. Step into it. Embrace the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the hardship, because it's in those moments that you'll discover just how much you're capable of. And when you come out the other side, you won't just be stronger, you'll be unstoppable. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear, even when it feels like the world is standing still or you're walking in circles. Progress doesn't always look the way we imagine it will, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. There will be times when it seems like no matter how hard you push, you're not getting anywhere. But those are the moments when you need to remind yourself that staying in motion is the key to getting through. Movement, even if it's small or slow, is still progress. And in life, progress is the only thing that matters. It's easy to become discouraged when the results aren't immediate, when the struggle feels endless, or when you don't feel like you're achieving anything significant. But here's the truth. Movement itself is a victory. Whether you're climbing a mountain or taking baby steps on a flat path, the most important thing is that you're moving forward. Every single step, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. You might not always see the immediate impact of your efforts, but over time, they will accumulate and carry you further than you ever imagined. Keeping forward momentum is not just about moving physically, it's about maintaining the mindset that no matter what, you will continue. There are times when you feel tired, when it seems like everything is against you, and the easy thing to do is give up. But that's where the real magic happens. The moment you choose to keep moving, even when it feels impossible, you've already won half the battle. It's the commitment to progress, no matter how small, that makes all the difference. The road ahead won't always be smooth. There will be setbacks, detours, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. It's easy to get stuck in a moment of failure or frustration, but it's vital to remember that failure is never final, unless you allow it to be. The key to success is in your ability to keep going, to find new solutions when things don't go as planned, and to adapt when circumstances change. Keeping forward momentum means accepting that things won't always go according to plan, and that's okay. Flexibility is just as important as determination. When you keep moving forward, you also build resilience. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you grow stronger, more capable of handling whatever comes next. Life doesn't hand out easy lessons, but every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself, to refine your skills, and to develop the mental fortitude needed to handle future obstacles. The more you practice the art of moving forward, the easier it becomes. You begin to trust yourself and the process, knowing that every step you take, no matter how uncertain, is a step toward your greater purpose. And remember, moving forward doesn't always mean making giant leaps. It doesn't mean you have to achieve everything today, or even this year. It's about the consistency of effort, about showing up every day and continuing to take steps in the direction of your dreams. It's about understanding that success is not a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs, of starts and stops. What matters is that you don't let the stops become permanent. You don't let the failures define you. You don't let the hard days stop you from showing up the next day. When you keep moving forward, you create momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. Once you start moving, you build energy, and that energy propels you forward. It becomes easier to keep going, easier to tackle challenges, and easier to see progress. You can't build momentum if you're standing still. Even the smallest action, even the smallest effort, creates a ripple effect that can eventually turn into a wave of success. The most successful people are not necessarily the ones with the most talent or the most resources. They are the ones who have mastered the art of perseverance. They understand that success is not an event, it's a journey. They understand that to reach the finish line, you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter how long the road may seem. So, don't get discouraged when the road feels long, or when you feel like giving up. Keep moving forward, keep showing up, keep putting in the effort. Trust that every small action, every decision to keep going, will eventually add up to something great. You don't need to know exactly where the road leads. You don't need to see the finish line. What you need is the will to keep moving, because that will carry you farther than you ever thought possible. Keep moving forward, and you'll realize that there's no limit to what you can achieve. Prove them wrong. Proving them wrong is not just about showing others that they were mistaken about you. It's about showing yourself that you are capable of more than you ever believed. When people doubt you, write you off, or tell you that you can't accomplish something, it's easy to feel discouraged. It's easy to start questioning your own abilities and considering the possibility that maybe they're right. But here's the truth. The opinions of others do not define your potential. You have within you an incredible power that they can't see, and it's time to harness that energy and prove them wrong. Not for their sake, but for your own. At some point in your life, someone is going to doubt you. They might say you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, or that you'll never succeed. The question isn't whether you'll face those doubts, it's how you respond to them. You could internalize their negativity and let it shape the way you see yourself, or you can choose to use it as fuel for your journey. Proving them wrong is not about seeking revenge or validation from those who doubted you. It's about looking inside and realizing that you have the strength and the ability to do what others thought was impossible. When others doubt you, it's not a reflection of your abilities. It's a reflection of their limited perspective. They don't know your vision, your determination, or the unique path that you're walking. People will often project their own fears, insecurities, and limitations onto you because it's easier for them to believe that someone else can't achieve something than to confront their own doubts. It's not personal, it's about their own limitations. But when you decide to prove them wrong, you stop letting their opinions dictate what you can do. You stop allowing anyone else's fear to control your journey. The first step in proving them wrong is believing in yourself, even when others don't. You have to develop an unshakable confidence in your abilities. When you believe in yourself, the doubt of others becomes irrelevant. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. The vision you have for your life is yours and yours alone. And when you trust that your dreams are possible, nothing can stand in your way. But belief alone isn't enough. You need action. You need to prove yourself through your effort, your consistency, and your commitment to your goals. It's not enough to simply say, I can do this. You need to show up every single day and put in the work. No one who ever achieved anything worth having did it by simply wishing for it. They worked for it. They pushed through the doubts, the setbacks, and the moments when they weren't sure they could go any further. And that's what you need to do too. Proving them wrong is about perseverance. There will be times when it feels like the world is against you, when you feel like giving up, when it seems like every door is closing in your face. But it's in those moments that your true strength is revealed. The people who doubted you will be watching, waiting for you to fail. But every time you push forward, every time you keep going when it would be easier to quit, you're showing them that you're made of something they didn't see. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of overcoming any obstacle, no matter how big it may seem. It's important to remember that proving them wrong doesn't mean you have to be angry or bitter. It's not about being driven by resentment. The true power lies in using the doubt of others as motivation to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. It's about proving to yourself that you have the strength and the determination to achieve your goals, regardless of anyone's opinion. You don't need to convince anyone else. Your success will speak for itself. Along the way, there will be moments of doubt, even from within yourself. There will be times when you question whether you're on the right path or whether you're doing enough. But in those moments, remember why you started. Remember the fire inside you, the vision that others couldn't see, and the strength you have to push through the hardest of times. Your journey is not about seeking approval. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness. The most satisfying feeling is not the look of surprise or regret on the faces of those who doubted you. It's the deep, quiet knowing inside yourself that you did it. You proved them wrong, not by fighting with words or arguments, but by fighting with your actions, your consistency, and your belief in yourself. So keep moving forward, keep pushing through the tough times, and keep proving to yourself that you are capable of accomplishing more than anyone ever thought possible. Commit to yourself that you are capable of accomplishing more than anyone ever thought possible. Never settle, never settle. It's one of the most empowering choices you can make for your life. Settling means accepting something less than what you deserve, less than what you are capable of, and less than what you truly want. It's easy to fall into the trap of comfort, of taking the path of least resistance, but comfort is often the enemy of growth. Settling for mediocrity, for what's convenient or easy, means you're giving up on the potential to achieve something extraordinary. You have the power to change your life, to chase the life you've always dreamed of. And that journey starts with the decision to never settle. Life has a way of presenting options that look good enough, that seem to fill the gaps and provide a sense of stability. But good enough is not enough. If you want more out of life, if you want to feel fulfilled, satisfied, and truly alive, you have to push beyond the limits of comfort and mediocrity. Too many people settle because they fear what could happen if they step outside their comfort zone. The fear of the unknown can paralyze you, make you doubt yourself, and convince you that settling is the safer, easier option. But here's the truth. The only way to truly thrive is to refuse to settle for anything less than the life you deserve. When you settle, you stop growing. You stop pushing yourself to become better, stronger, and more capable of achieving your dreams. If you accept the first offer that comes your way or stay in a situation that doesn't make you happy, you're saying that you don't believe you're worthy of something more. And that's a dangerous belief to hold. Because the moment you accept less than what you deserve, you begin to lose sight of your own value. You begin to limit your potential. Never settling means choosing the difficult path, the path that requires work, persistence, and sacrifice. It means knowing that the road won't always be easy, but that the rewards will be worth it. Choosing to not settle for less than your worth is an act of self-respect. You are acknowledging that you have unique gifts and talents, and you refuse to allow them to go to waste. And you're telling yourself that you won't sell yourself short, that you won't let fear and doubt dictate your choices. The first step to never settling is believing in your own potential. You need to have a clear vision of what you want, a picture of the life you are capable of creating. If you can't see your worth, you won't believe that you deserve more than what you have. But once you see your own potential, once you understand that you are capable of achieving amazing things, the idea of settling becomes unacceptable. You won't settle for a life that's less than what you know you can have. You'll keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets, because you know that your dreams are worth fighting for. Another critical part of never settling is learning to be patient. In a world that often rewards instant gratification, it's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. But patience is key. Success is not about taking shortcuts. It's about putting in the work step by step, even when you don't see immediate results. If you settle for quick fixes or easy answers, you rob yourself of the opportunity to build something lasting, something meaningful. True success comes from dedication, hard work, and the willingness to stay the course no matter how long it takes. Never settling also means being willing to walk away from situations, jobs, or relationships that no longer serve you. It's about having the courage to say no when something isn't aligned with your values or your goals. Too often, people stay in unhealthy situations because they are afraid of change or because they don't believe they deserve better. But staying in a toxic job, a bad relationship, or an unfulfilling situation only drags you further away from the life you're meant to live. And never settle for anything that doesn't nourish your soul, elevate you, or help you become the person you are capable of being. In the end, never settling is not about being greedy or demanding too much. It's about knowing your own worth and refusing to accept less. It's about striving for something bigger, something better, and something more fulfilling than what you've had before. When you never settle, you open the door to endless possibilities. You unlock your true potential. You create a life that's driven by purpose, passion, and a sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you gave it your all, and you never stop reaching for something more. Life is too short to settle. You are worthy of greatness, and it starts with a decision to never settle for anything less. Rise above, rise above. It's a phrase that carries immense power, a reminder that no matter the challenges you face, you have the strength within you to transcend them. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and moments that feel insurmountable. There will be people who try to bring you down, situations that seem impossible to overcome, and doubts that whisper in your ear telling you that you're not strong enough to rise above it all. But the truth is, within every challenge lies an opportunity. The ability to rise above is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them head on, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Rising above means choosing to not be defined by your circumstances. It means understanding that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you always have control over how you respond. Life will throw its curveballs, but how you handle them is what matters most. People might criticize you, make you feel small, or try to diminish your achievements, but none of that defines your worth unless you allow it to. You have the power to rise above the negativity, the setbacks, and the failures and show the world the strength you possess. The first step in rising above is developing resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down, and to do so stronger than before. It's the determination to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you're stuck or defeated. Resilient people understand that challenges are part of life, and they don't allow obstacles to dictate their futures. Instead, they see each challenge as a lesson, an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become better. When you rise above, you acknowledge that hardship is temporary, but the strength you build from overcoming it will last a lifetime. One of the biggest factors in rising above is letting go of the need for validation from others. Too often we seek approval or acceptance from people who do not have our best interests at heart. When you stop seeking external validation and start trusting your own judgment, you begin to rise above the need for anyone else's approval. You realize that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. You no longer waste time or energy trying to please others or fit into a mold that doesn't align with who you are. Instead, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Rising above also requires a mindset shift. It's about refusing to stay stuck in a victim mentality, even when life feels unfair. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes things happen that are beyond your control. But when you adopt the mindset of empowerment, you choose to believe that you can navigate through any storm. You realize that your current situation does not determine your future. Instead, it's the choices you make and the actions you take that will shape the outcome. Even in the toughest times, you can choose to rise above your circumstances and forge a path forward. Another important aspect of rising above is forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, anger, or resentment will only keep you stuck in the past. It's easy to let bitterness cloud your vision and allow negative emotions to hold you back. But when you choose to forgive, you free yourself from the chains that keep you anchored to negativity. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing someone's behavior or forgetting the harm that was done. It means releasing the power that hurt has over you. By letting go of the past, you create space for new opportunities, new growth, and new possibilities. As you rise above, you also begin to surround yourself with people who lift you up rather than drag you down. The people you associate with can have a significant impact on your ability to rise above life's challenges. Being around negative, toxic individuals will only drain your energy and make it harder to stay focused on your goals. Instead, surround yourself with those who support you, encourage you, and challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Their positivity will help you stay grounded and motivated, especially during tough times. Rising above is not about ignoring your emotions or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It's about acknowledging the difficulties, facing them with courage, and choosing to move forward. It's about staying true to yourself, even when the world tries to make you doubt your worth or your ability to succeed. No matter how many obstacles you face, no matter how many times you fall, you always have the power to rise again. And every time you rise above, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. The ability to rise above is a testament to your inner strength, resilience, and unwavering belief in your own potential. The world may try to hold you down, but you have the power to rise, to overcome, and to thrive. In conclusion, the journey of proving yourself, never settling, rising above, and embracing challenges is not for the faint of heart, but for those willing to reach beyond what they see in front of them. Each of these principles is a testament to the inner strength and power you possess. When you choose to believe in yourself, reject complacency, rise above adversity, and push forward regardless of the odds, you transform not only your life, but also your future. It's not about the obstacles that come your way. It's about how you choose to respond to them. The world may try to hold you back. Others may doubt you, and life may present challenges that feel insurmountable. But in each moment, you have the power to prove them wrong, to rise above, to stay relentless in the pursuit of your goals, and to never settle for less than you deserve. So take every setback as a lesson, every doubt as fuel, and every challenge as an opportunity to become stronger. Keep moving forward with unwavering faith in your own ability, and remember that the most powerful thing you can do is to never settle for anything less than the extraordinary life you are capable of creating. Your greatness is waiting. Don't let anything stop you from reaching it.